smoke blunts on the block. You go in there, they passing you shit like that, like crazy. You just be down there high as hell, good vibes, good music. You know, dudes will come through there that they'll work with, like Hard to Obtain. Shout out to them. Um, yeah, man, no, those are great times, man. Great times. I'd stay at Dante's house. Dante give me mad beat tapes. You know, we'd be out drinking pints of Guinness, smoking weed, you know, mad fun.
How hard? I mean, you were getting beats from Stimulated Dummies, the Beat Nuts. How hard was it to select those beats for a project like the one you put out? Was it easy?
Nah, it was easy. It was easy. I wasn't, you know, I was just spur of the moment. Like, as soon as I hear one, boom, I like it, all right. You know, I wasn't like really going, oh, is this better than this? Or is this, yo, you put it up, oh, yeah. So I get a feeling and I just go with it.
Right. Now, when I'm Curious dropped, what kind of momentum did you see with the project, and what kind of reception did you get with that, with the hypnotic sample? Where did your career take off to after that dropped?
I always liked that song. I don't think I really, I feel like the most action was during Uptown Hit. I'm Curious, even the song itself is more laid back, mellow. I feel like things kind of, you know, we had the nice, I think we had the Mansion and the Yacht on the B side of that.
Right,
That was fun. That was fun. I mean, that was fun. That was crazy with Mike G and Sadat.
right. That was my next question. The monstrous B-side, Mansion in the Yacht. What was the decision to put that as a B-side and not include that on the album? Was it recorded after the album was
Yeah,
said and
it was
done?
recorded after on
Okay,
purpose as a B side. You know what I'm saying? And then Sadat X and Mike G, they were just kind enough to come through represent. I mean, you know, all of that's like the same hood. I think Mike G is from like 113th and 7th, 112th and 7th. You know what I mean? Red Alert. We always used to be over there. You know, seeing that. So that was like family. And then Sadat, I was the biggest fan of him. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a fan of Brand New being crazy. And Sadat X is one of my favorite rappers. You know, he might be in my top five, definitely top 10. You know what I mean? I don't really do the numbers thing, but just to show you how much respect I got for his skill set always. And he was like staying, I think he was on 118th. So we like right there. So I'm always seeing these dudes, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, what's up? And they, hell yeah, George, I got you, whatever. We went in the studio and soundtrack. I remember, I think Troy Hightower, shout out to him, he was the engineer. And I remember Sadat, man, he wrote it, he wrote his rhymes in like 10 minutes and then he's gone. Yo, G, I'm out of here, man. I'll see you later. I'm still writing my second verse for that or whatever. You know, but X just boom, he just do two, he's out of there. You know what I mean? And Mike G sang, you know, he sang two, he was in there, in and out. I mean, I was fast too, like we were all fast, but Sadat is like quick draw McGraw, like this shit was like, so, yeah.
right. When you turned that album in, what was the reaction like from the label?
I don't remember. I mean, they don't really know. They just like, you know, oh, you like it? You know what I'm saying? No, but no, at the label, though, you got to remember, all the hoopla was Nas, because Nas is on the label with me at the same time. So, you know, I still used to get my little love, but, you know, Nas is the Nas. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Deservedly so, man. He's a phenomenon. So, you know, but in terms of me now, it seems like they don't really know. They're like, oh, you guys like it? Like, they're not really tuned in like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just throw it out there. But Nas, I mean, they know Nas. You know, that's like, whoa. But for the rest of it, they just like, all right, well, Pete likes it. You know, whoever likes it. So that shit must be dope. And
Right.
they just go like that, you know.
Do you remember what the public's reaction was like when that finally hit? What was your hip hop peers saying? What was the
With
reaction
me,
from
with Constipated Monkey,
the album? Yeah, when it finally dropped, what did the people say?
it was
The
always mixed
consumers.
reviews, man. Some people love it. Some people will run over it with a truck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you love it or hate it. Like, I got both. I got all of that shit.
Right. Around this time, I'm sure you were touring heavy to promote the album. Can you take us back to a favorite tour lineup and a favorite tour memory?
Let me see. Well, the lineup was often Fuji's. Shout out to them. And Nas, which is, man, both of them, they're like a blessing, you know? And all great. Man, Wyclef, Lauryn Hill is a beautiful person. Like, I mean, just solid, man. Like, good people, man. And I would just be on tour with them, man. And you know, we'd all be bugging out, but we still kept, you know, Nas and his peoples and me and my peoples and Fuji's number. We were all cool with each other. sometimes once in a while I get in the club and I'll be in there and my people's on around and I'm hanging out with Nas people when Nas ain't there. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling with his people like Grand Wizard and them. You know, I think Jungle. I remember one night with Grand Wiz out there bugging out. I think we were in L.A. or something like that. But yeah, it was fun, man. I'll be on tour with them, with those groups. That was mostly it, and that was good times, definitely. I can't remember anything specific that was the most memorable, but it was definitely wild nights, bugging out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Regular shit, man.
When it was all said and done, was Kurious pleased with his debut album? Was there anything left off, something missing, something we don't know about? Were you pleased overall with that project?
Yeah, I was. I was. I felt like at the time when I did that, I felt like yeah. I felt like yep. I felt good about it. Definitely.
After that, and the album did its thing, where did Kurious find himself, and why no second album?
Because like I was telling you earlier, you know what I mean? I hit a point in my life where I woke up to a lot of things. And and I would be trying to but it's like hard when you wake up to a lot of stuff and you're in a different you gotta I have to put step back from writing, you know what I mean? Because you gotta assess where you're at now and then come and express from that. You know what I mean? So it was more important for me at that time. I had to grow as a person, grow as a man, and and I did, and I did.
Right. We recently lost Zev Love X, known as Doom. In '94, you appeared on Black Bastards. Can you take us back to some of those recording sessions and what he was going through personally with Elektra?
Yeah, it was something crazy, man. I don't know like the exact specifics in terms of the label stuff. I mean, you got Dante here. He could definitely tell you more, but I know that they had problems with that album cover, I guess, and I don't know. Doom was like he was like in that situation too, man, where it's like it's a transitional phase. And what else was it besides the you wanted to know about the label stuff?
Just kind of the frustration that you've seen him go through. What was the conversations like
Um,
with that project?
um, I don't know. He was frustrated, but always making beats, and we'd be in my house. He was in my house mostly all that time. He was living with me like practically, you know what I mean? So he's always creating though. So, motherfuckers might drink a little more but it never stops the beats from going, you know what I mean? Even me when I'm not putting out records, I'm still sitting there writing rhymes and still freestyling and messing around. It's just like the music never stopped, and neither did I, like in terms of just to make this clear. I never quit. I was always like, I'm gonna keep going. There was not one time where I said, no, I'm not doing this. I didn't. I just was doing. Nah, it didn't feel right. If it don't feel right, I can't come out with it. It always
Right.
has to feel right. So I never once quit or anything like that. It just got to the point where I had to just reassess it. But I was still trying. I was still in the lab, and back to Doom. So he was going through his stuff, man. But he really never stopped, and he was really adamant about making records right there at that moment. And he was putting him down, and him and Grim too had the stuff together. And this was all during that time. So the depression on Doom, you can't see it. We drinking, smoking, and still going. But it's in there. It's in there. But he wasn't like, woe is me or no shit like that. He'd be venting somewhat, but he's a strong dude always. He kept moving.
Right. You kept up with him throughout the years from 2000, or I'm sorry, 1994 to '99. Did you guys have a conversation about him reemerging as Doom?
Not like this one big special specific conversation. But no, I was totally there when he started wearing the mask. Totally there. I remember him kicking a rhyme to me. We used to buy loose cigarettes on like 101st and Broadway, and I remember him being on the corner and he was rhyming to me like with that different, you know what I'm saying? That doom with the doom thing, like kind of. And he was in a verse to me in that inflection, like you know what I mean, with that thing, and with the and I was like, yo, that shit kind of like it threw me off at first. I was like, it's because it sounds like a host from a superhero thing or something, but funny, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so I'm watching them do it, but it's not your regular, yo, I'm making them and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It was like, villain, killing, chilling, brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like more, it was different, So, I I was like, whoa, it took me back a little bit. But I always knew that. So I zoom in because I know the brilliance of him always. He's on to something. And I'm hearing the lines. I'm like, oh, okay. So, I started seeing it, hearing it coming out. And then the mask, of course. You know what I'm saying? But no, it wasn't like this one, yo, I'm going to turn into Doom. I always called him Doom because his last name is Doomalay. So I've been calling him Doom. Everyone called him Doom. Dante called him Doom. Everyone called him. That's how I was introduced to him, as Doom. I was never calling him Zev. Maybe if I did, I called him that shit like twice or something. But no, it was always Doom.
Right. In this time, around 2001, you returned with All Great. Can you take me back to why was that a great time to put something out after
I
all
don't
those
know that it
years?
was a great time. It was just about time. Like I'm just like, damn, man, it's taking long. So and then what you call it? God, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name. That did all great. The guy who produced it. He's a known rapper, and I'm just flipping his name. You don't know it? You should know it. This is
I
it.
know. I should know it.
Yeah. Or it was it's gonna come to me, man. And part of me is gonna come to me. But he reached out to me, gave me the beat, and the shit was fire. You know what I mean? And I just went in there. The studio was like an office like type thing with the mic. I don't know, it was bugged out, and I did it. Yo, somebody tell somebody, one of the people out there watching that knows.
Yo,
I
who
did all great
produced
with.
All Great and
Yeah,
did the All Great remix?
we got to get that man the shout out.
2001.
Some his props. P100. Who was it that did all great?
Self-titled.
Self-titled. Bang. Dante, you the man.
Dante is the man.
Self-titled. Salute to self-titled, man.
Dope.
He got the rhymes and the beats. Good.
2008, Constipated Monkey demo sessions drop. Was that an official release?
Constipated. Nah, that was fake. Give me my money. I don't
Just
know
to
who.
clear that up.
And
Don't
yeah, and let
purchase
me get
that.
the tapes of it. I don't even have it, but yeah. And they put out T-shirts or something. Nah, I didn't get a penny off that. Fuck out of here.
No doubt.
Yeah.
2009, you returned with your sophomore official album, 2. Can you take me back to that process? Why was it a good time then, after all those years, to get back in the studio?
I mean, not when it was a great time. You find in life you don't really have control over the time. Things just kind of happen. So yeah, it was a great experience. Right there I was working closely with my man Dave Daw. Cotty, that's always my family, and he, what I'm saying, a lot of the producers, we were just working together. Like a lot of the producers came through Cotty. He worked with Dame Grease, Bula, some of these guys. He was managing to help work with them closely. So I had never met Grease. Grease is one of the best guys in the game, man, talent wise and cool wise and everything. So I got beats from him, got to working with them, and Dave Daw got High Tech on the joint, brand new Dave. Shout out to High Tech. So it was like a collaborative effort with me, Cotty, and Dave Daw, this album, in terms of and Dave Daw recorded it on his house. That was a big part of it too, man. Like I met Dave at a party for Electric Ladyland, like maybe a few years before we made 2. And right there, he knew who I was. He introduced himself, and he was real cool. And I spoke to him, and he gave me a card, like saying, "Yo, you want studio time? You come through here. I'll hook you up." Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, bet. But I wasn't doing anything at that moment. But I'll link up with him because he lived uptown, up in the Heights, and I go chill with him. We was boys. We hang out for a couple years before we even. But he had the studio in his house too. So we was already cool for a couple of years, and then I finally went to his house. Let's work on this record. Oh, Amalgam Digital. My man D. Sheriffant, I used to work for an after school program as like, you know what I'm saying? Up in the Bronx, I was a site director for an after school program. And my man used to always be online. This is when people had MySpace and all that. I wasn't messing with none of that.
Right.
My man D would go online and be like, "Yo, man, you need to put some new stuff out now. People are asking for you, bro." And Amalgam Digital, he made that link. So I got that deal with Amalgam. So right there, I was like, "Yo, Dave, we're gonna start laying this down." Then Cotty was like, "Yo, I got you. We're gonna make the beats. We're gonna get the beats and do all of this, da 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 da." So we did our thing. We did it, and that's basically how it came about.
You remember what that reception was like when that came out?
I don't know, man. Like people, you know, my people around me, people like it. You know, go congratulations back. But no, I remember mixed reviews. Like some people didn't like it because it wasn't the regular, you know, I don't know, traditional hip hop. You know, there was singing on there, it was R&B, there was different kind of stuff, which I always loved that. People always put me in a, but even like when I'm Curious, that's an Atlantic Star sample. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know, I always love R&B. Like I told you, I grew up on Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson. Like I like that kind of stuff. I'm Uptown, the Brucey BT. I'm listening to all that. Like I'm not like, you know, oh, it got to be the dusty jazz sample only. Like I'm, you know, but people like that's what a lot of the fans that stuck with the Cure, they wanted that. They was I heard some people saying about that, but now I'm getting even more positive feedback from that record. But I feel like that record was really dope. And anything I do, no matter like I never compromise my do that. Like I can't do that. So everything that I make is within my spectrum of my heart of music. I don't I don't never get on there and make no fake shit. Like I'll tell you everything. I say everything in my music about me. Like I don't be posing for nothing, you know. So
Right.
yeah.
2015, you linked up with Cool Keith. Can you take me back to how that process came
Oh
about?
shit, Cool Keith. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like yeah, I was in the studio with Ray West. Ray West, you know Ray West and AG.
Yep.
Shout out to AG 100 times. And I was in that studio. You know, I'd be doing stuff for his projects, the Big App for Red Apple. He got a label called Red Apple. I did joints there with AG and Dar and different things. Anyway, so I'm in that studio. Cool Keith just happens to be there. I'm cool with Keith. Me and Keith would bump into each other on 34th Street and stop and talk for a while about anything. You know what I mean? So, and then I'm an ultra fan from before I got into music. And then I'm in Ray West's small little studio, and we listen to beats. And Ray West goes, "Yo, what's up? Y'all want to do a joint?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And Keith like, "Yeah." And and then and then uh and then Keith asked me, "Yo, you right on the spot?" Like I'm like, "What? You crazy man? Hell yeah, I'm right on the spot. Like you kidding me?" So we're in this little room. The beat is up, and like we're sitting down, like it's a small ass room. Like his knee is like practically hitting my knee. Like you know what I mean? We both in chairs, right, and next to each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there like, yo, man, this is like ego tripping, all that shit back in the late 80s. And I'm such a fan. And I'm like, look at me, man, sitting here writing with the wizard Cool Keith. Like, you kidding me? And we wrote the shit real quick. It was right there, too. I think I beat him. So I wrote the shit a little faster than him, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
not by much. We was both right there. He was laughing, too. But, yeah, man, we did that. And Keith is one of my idols, man. So that shit was crazy. Shout out
So
to Ray West for making that happen.
for everybody that wants to know what has been up with Kurious over the past few years, can you catch us up to speed on what you've been up to?
Oh man, a lot of good things. Be musically, I got an album sitting right now, and that's been done for about a year. We got a couple videos filming. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'll go as far to announce it on here. You know, on Doom's label, Metal Face. You know, I've relinked with Doom like 3-4 years now. So I got a lot of music. We've done a few collaborations. You know what I mean? Hopefully that stuff will get out there due to the circumstances. You know, so he was gonna put. I was gonna be the first artist on that label. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So there's an album done, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna see where it's go from there. Jazz has got the business going. She's trying to, just handle everything because for Doom, that's his wife. You know what I mean? So she's dealing
right.
with stuff there. But no, you're gonna hear this album soon. You know what I mean? And it's done. Everything's done. We got 2 videos filmed already. It's my man Mono and Stereo produced it. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He
Hmm.
did stuff for Prodigy, for De La Soul. That's my man. I met him through Dave Dar too. And so that project's coming out, you know what I'm saying, soon. So I don't want to give the specifics because I don't want to, say the wrong,
Right.
but it's done and it's ready and it's gonna come and I'm anxious. I can't take it anymore. I just have been keeping everything under wraps. Now I got all this ammunition. Now I want to hit the world with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just feeling stifled, like I want to talk to the world again. You know?
Right.
You
Right.
know, yeah, man. I feel that. That pressure's built up. Like, yo, come on, man, because I feel like, yeah, people need to hear what not just what I'm cooking up with the people, what all of us are cooking up, everybody I'm collabing with. So
So I appreciate that exclusive. All the people
Yo,
in the
yeah.
comments are
So
salivating right now.
yeah, man. So let's see, yo. Let's see how it's gonna unfold. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the villain, man. That's that's my guy, man. And let me tell you, like being close with him these last few years was such a blessing. But still the same, man. Like always,
Right.
But it's definitely inspiring, and he's rocking forever. He's in that place, man. We all going. And he's over there killing it like he kills it out here. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah.
We got about 10 minutes before we get out of here. Is there any other avenues that Kurious is pursuing outside of music?
Um. Well, you're talking about it in terms of earning. That's it. But in terms of yeah, I got 2 kids. That's a job in itself. A teenager and a 7-year-old, and I really want to pursue writing. Like I like writing, like maybe writing articles and writing stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just being a writer. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a hip hop writer, but I want to write.
Right. Throughout the years, what do you consider your greatest accomplishment?
Uh, Shoot. Uh, my greatest accomplishment, I think, being myself, man, and spitting it like that, so other people could be themselves as well.
Right. Do you have any regrets?
Um, I could try to have regrets, but I'm at a level where the regrets don't make sense because that's how we learn and grow. But yeah, if I had a regret, quote unquote, would have been from early on take everything more seriously. You know what I'm saying? And be more responsible and be more yeah, be more consistent.
Right. In these times, can you give us your social media so we can keep up with you and everything you have going on, Kurious?
Yes, sir. You can check, Curious97 Beast on Instagram. Um, yeah, man. On Facebook, I guess the band page. You know what I'm saying? Curious George. Twitter is what? I forgot. I don't go on Twitter enough. I forgot my official Kurious on Twitter. Um, that's the yeah. I mean, that's it. What else did you ask me? I forgot. My short term is burnt.
That's about it. But one more question. You came from such a great era. What do you think about the state of hip hop in 2021?
Um, I think it's getting better. Like, I like it. Cause I'm not talking about radio. You know what I'm saying? But hip hop, yeah, man. I'm liking where it's going. I feel like like yeah, like yeah, like it's good, man. Like I feel like it's spinning, like it comes around. I feel like people are getting tired of the certain. Everything has to keep moving. So I feel like now people want to hear you say something that means something to you. You know,
Right.
and even if it doesn't, let it be something that's true to you. So I feel that, and the production and stuff is back to my taste. Like, because that's my taste. You asking me, so I'm telling you my taste. So yeah, I like the that boom bap. You know what I'm saying? I like that production. I like some trap stuff. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Some of it, not for me personally, you know, but I don't negate anything. I'm in the moment, so if something, but no, I. But in terms of like that warm, good, soulful production, I love that, and I feel like that's definitely pertinent right now. And people are speaking their heart is pertinent too.
Right. I want to thank you for letting me give you your flowers
Griselda,
while you're
yeah.
still
Somebody said
here.
shout out Griselda. Hells yeah. I see that
Yeah.
on the screen. Yeah, those boys, they got that's the frequency. You know what I'm saying? That's the frequency I love. That they're like right now, they're like almost like the polarity, the magnet that's keeping it right for us. You know what I'm saying? For like, so I'm like, yeah, go Griselda, man. Salute.
No doubt. Hey, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to give you your flowers while you're still here, sir, and joining
Man,
us this
salute to
evening.
you too, man. I just found out about you, and your background's impressive, brother. Keep it going.
Appreciate that.
Yes,
Any
sir.
last words? Any last words for your longtime fans before we get out of here?
Man, yo, love. We still here. Appreciate your life. Cherish every day, man. A lot of us are dropping, man. You know, and nothing ever really dies anyway. But appreciate this plane and enjoy being in this plane on this 3D plane. It's a gift, man. And don't let shit get you down, man. When you get up, Make sure you make yourself smile. And we all hate ourselves, but just shut that voice up, man, and love yourself no matter what. I'll leave it
Appreciate
at
those
that.
words.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Peace
This
and
has been
love.
episode 106. That's the legendary Kurious. I'm the journalist
Yeah.
Sin-seer. Appreciate everybody for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yo, peace to you.
All right, you too, brother. Take
100,
care.
100. Yes, sir.
Hey, we're looking forward to that new album, all right?
Yeah, you do that. It's called Magician. No the. Magician with a J. Peace.
Peace. Appreciate everybody logging on. That was a legendary Kurious. I hope you guys had a great history lesson. A lot more coming up in the future. This has been episode 106. I'm the journalist Sin-seer. Appreciate you, Dante, for the alley-oops. Appreciate everybody for joining in, and we'll see you again in the near future. Peace.